What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Decided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Eddie here.
You got myself, Ham, aka Bukayo Saka, Starboy, game changer, England's player of the year last year. And I hope he got man of the match for today, even for his little cameo appearance. So yeah, aka Bukayo Saka.
Well, we're taking man of the match so far, but yeah, he played well. Him and Mount changed the game.
Only him or Bellingham. Only him or Bellingham can get man of the match.
Bellingham.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Jude,
yeah,
I'll give it to Jude.
Jude was on the pitch when we was losing. Saka came on and changed the game.
Yeah, but Bellingham was still amazing.
Bellingham was good. I ain't got no problems with that. But you know, either you're forward, give the award to the forward. People that change the game, give the award to them. I'm a midfielder. I'm okay with you getting the award, bro.
If they're gonna dash it to me, I'll take it.
What's been happening? You guys, everything good? Obviously, we only the England game. This episode shouldn't really be long because
it should be like 10 minutes. Quick.
England are shit. We all know it. So, but we still talk about it, and then we go into like the North London and Manchester derby. A quick preview before the weekend. But did you guys watch both of the England games, though? Right? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what? I struggle. To be honest, it's happened for a long time. I've struggled to watch like friendly internationals, and even I still count this as friendly internationals, especially when they used to fall on my birthday. But we thank God, World Cup has changed that. I watched tonight's one. Yeah. I expected a bit more interesting football, but didn't watch the Italy game. I just know we lost.
Yeah, no, I watched both of it. What's your thoughts on it? Let's start with the Italy one. To be honest, I just thought it was horrible against Italy. Honestly, it was just like I was never a big fan of Gareth anyway. But obviously, I liked him because obviously he got us to the final or semi-final and the tournament before. So we just, and I think because of the players like him, he somehow managed to get like some sort of results from them, like whenever he needed it. But I was watching the Italy game, and it was probably the first time in a while I just thought they just ran out of ideas. It was like first time I thought, you know what, we actually need a new manager. I think this player need some like fresh ideas because it was the same old bullshit. It was just passing this to the side, hoping Harry Kane or Raheem Sterling do something out of nothing. It was terrible to watch, especially in the front line. Just the transition play was just poor. And obviously I think the only difference is Jude, right? I think the rest of them played together for a long while now. And I think the relying on Sterling and Kane's scenario is long gone now, man. They need to stop that shit. Because I think both of them score, England's last 20 or was it 30 goals or so, they scored the majority of it. And some players need to contribute. And Gareth, they just need fresh ideas for me, man. It's just poor. The Italy game, I shouldn't even watch it. Well, obviously for the sake of the podcast, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stick to it and see what happens. But it was a horrible watch for me, man. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think my thoughts are too dissimilar. I just thought that it was more damning because the Italy side is not even a good Italy side, even though they won the Euros. But the fact that wasn't even their best 11.
That wasn't even their best team.
Yeah. And for us, that was probably our best 11. If you switch out Pickford for the goalkeeper and Stones comes in for Dyer, I think the team that started that Gareth would easily say that's that's like 11 or 12 of his best players, isn't it? So that was more damning for me watching our performance, which was so dire. And yeah, there was no positive to take out of that game. I thought Jude played well, and I think that's the only positive. I thought Jude played okay. He didn't look, because what you're looking for, because he's young, obviously he plays well and he plays for Dortmund and he does his thing, but he's still new-ish to England in terms of starting, isn't it? So you just don't want him to be like overawed or freeze at the occasion, even though he's never showed that before for club. But it was good to show that, he just played his game. Jude just done well.
Like, I'm not one to criticize Jude. I like Jude a lot. It's just easy to look good at the moment in that English side. It's easy to look because it's fresh. It's something different that we haven't seen. Do you get what I mean? So everyone's going to be intrigued by that. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a good footballer anyway. We know that from Dortmund. Take away England aside, take away England. What? it's easy to look good at the moment in the English squad, especially like if it's something that we ain't seen in a long time. It's a different idea. We're so used to like the Calvin Phillips and Rice combination that it was just refreshing to see like a different energy up and down. Do you know what I mean? And with the thing with Jude never shies away from the ball. He wants it all the time. And I think that's where he needs to learn. And I think that's where he needs to grow up a bit. It's like when you have good players around you, you can't just go around demanding the ball all the time. Like, I mean, you need to have some sort of faith in like your teammates. So I think that's probably where he needs to like just mature a bit more and just realize they can't always get the ball. And literally, because it's full of energy. Jude is everywhere on the pitch.
Yeah, I guess he's used to it from Dortmund, right? Because right now at Dortmund, he is a leader.
Yeah.
He is a leader. They rely on him so much. So I think he's just brought that into his England play as well. So probably come with time.
Yeah, no, I thought he was good though, because I know what you're saying, but I think in international football that step up is a steep jump in it. Like I see Conor Gallagher play for England. Conor Gallagher had a dope season last season for Palace. Put him in an England shirt. Didn't look so great in it. Good player though, Conor Gallagher. Still probably can have a good future and whatnot. So I was just happy to see Jude start. And the midfield three that I want to see in it, Jude, Phil, and Deck, because I think talent-wise, that's the best three talent-wise, isn't it? If you want to get three midfielders in there, isn't it? So it was good to see Jude play. But other than that, there was nothing to scream home about. And obviously, starting with Kyle Saka at left wing back is just a fucking joke. But Gareth Southgate is a joke, in it? As well as he's got us to semi and final rank. I don't really care, innit? Like, what have you done for me lately, innit? I live by that, innit? What have you done for me lately, innit? That's the slogan. All of us work and all of us can't rest on our laurels and say, yeah, but I was a top performer 2 years ago. What have you done for me now? What have you done in this quarter? What have you done in the last couple of quarters, innit? And yeah, the performance was dead. The selection a bit mad. I don't even want to go into it too much. I just think playing my boy left wing back is a fucking joke. He ain't played left wing back in God knows how long for us. He's our primary provider. He's a primary player at Arsenal at right wing. Only KDB's got more assists than him this season. So he does his thing out there. So if we're going to play him, we're not shoehorn him in to a position that is completely, from right wing to go to left wing back in a struggling England side. I thought that was a joke. So it's beautiful to see him come on today and play right wing, which is what he's a winger, and affect the game positively. And it's not hard, innit? Like, it's not hard. Like, just play people where they play, innit? It's not fucking hard. Moving on to today's game, innit? Because I thought today's game was a bit samey, a bit shit, until we went 2-0 down, and then went 3-2 up in the space of nothing. So the reaction was good, the character was good, the fighting spirit was good, but the performance up until that, it begged belief again, bro.
Yeah, I just thought that we didn't showing them too much respect, because I think we were speaking about it earlier before we started the podcast. Germany hasn't been great themselves, so just take the game to them. Like, I just don't understand why we were showing them so much respect and sitting back. And we did do well, obviously, on the counter at times with the link-up play in the first half was okay, especially the Sterling chance. The one that Shaw gave him was good ball. Possibly could have done better with that, Raheem. Then he had another one. Possibly could have squared it to Foden, but I think that was hard anyway. And I think Kane had one in the first half as well that he let it go, because I think he thought Shaw was behind him, but he didn't see the German player. So there were moments, do you know what I mean? So just like today's game, I enjoyed the actual game, but as you said, in terms of performance-wise, until we went 2-0 down, it's like, why do we have to sit back? Why don't we just impose ourselves in this team? Like, you got more than enough quality, but I do understand that our defense is shit as well. So it's like, it's a catch-22 really, but you might as well just play how you play today and just see who scores the most goals. Do you know what I mean? And just see who plays, like, at the end of the day, like, despite you playing 5 at the back, still ended up like conceding 3 from like individual errors anyway.
That's why I hate that system.
So it's like, you might as well just go for it and just see like how many you can score, and just like, because when we had Germany pinned back, it looks like we was going to score goals, and especially as you said, like with Bukayo and Mount, Mason. So like, I know like he was giving Bukayo praise too, but Mason done well as well. Coming up, into the pitch. So I just don't understand. But that's Gareth for you, innit? But in the sense, as I said, look, I don't agree with it, but he obviously just think, look, my defense is terrible. I can't leave them too exposed. So, but yeah, I don't agree.
And our defense is terrible because he keeps playing terrible player. So
Harry Maguire.
he can rectify that with one change.
Yeah, no, I get that. But
Lad was
with the Harry Maguire situation, we all know where he stands with that. They're not going to change. Change his mind. He's just going to die.
First name on the team sheet.
You know what made it harder for Gareth? Because you see, Gareth, if Harry has the game against Italy, yeah, he didn't play great, but the goal didn't come from him, innit? Come over the top. Kyle Walker hasn't got close enough. Eric Dyer doesn't come and help his mate. Goal. Harry's not involved. If Harry just goes through today, it's 3-3. 3 goals. England concede 3 goals, but none of the goals that he's fault, yeah. And he doesn't play for United in the league. He just does Europa League. I don't know if there's a cup game before the World Cup. But the point I'm making is, if Harry doesn't fuck up today, just goes back to United, Gareth Southgate will still justify picking him at the World Cup. He never let me down, plays well for me, leader, so he's going to start him. Now, the big thing for Gareth is, this was the last game before England play in the World Cup again. And he's fucked up twice, royally fucked up twice. Give the ball away, give the penalty away, give the ball away for the second goal. Gareth's got a massive decision to make now, whether do I stick with him, because he's not going to play regularly in the next 8 to 9 weeks. So you're going to have Ben White, who's going to play. Eric Dyer is going to play. Tomorrow he's going to play. Gueye is going to play. Cody's going to play. So that 5-6 other centre-halves are going to play week in, week out. It's massive. It's massive for Gareth. The decision is massive for him. And it's only been made bigger because of, obviously, everything that we see. It's been highlighted today, isn't it? That my man's just... that's what I was asking you. I don't know whether is he shit or is he playing shit? And like you said that day, you're woman and Aaron because he's been playing shit for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's
a while.
Is he shit? Or is he, because this is the first time I've come out when I went and said, nah, Harry Maguire shit. And I like Harry Maguire and I've been a big defender of him, but I'm just gonna call it he's shit.
Yeah, no, I don't think Harry's shit. I agree that he's been playing shit for a while.
Just a long time now.
Yeah, just a long time.
Yeah.
But personally, I just don't think Harry's shit. Like, I think there's certain situation that gets blown out of proportion. Like the second goal, for example, England had more than enough defense to deal with that. Like, you're playing 5 at the back. Of course, one of them is going to step out. And where he's lost the ball, right at the edge of like the opposition's box. I think what's more criminal was him and Luke Shaw. It's like, bro, you're watching the guy about to hit a shot, and you're both just standing there.
Well, that combination, it's been like that for a while. It's that same combination.
So like him losing the ball in that position, it's not like that's not like a lot of people are gonna moan about that. Yes, bro, you lock if you want someone to lose the ball, that's where you want them to lose the ball. There's more than enough bodies back there to sort it out.
But when you're down, it's gonna come to you anyway. That's how it is.
Yeah, exactly. But then when obviously like any little thing you do, people are gonna blow it out of proportion.
They were praising him they were over praising him before, so I'm fine.
Yeah. So with life, it happens. With the when you did get back, I think that's what was more criminal. I think that's where the mistake is. Him and Luke Shaw looking at each other. I'm like, what's going on with both of you, bro? Like, someone's got to get closer to him. Like, you literally gave him time to hit that shot. You know what I mean, it's criminal. So it's just him and Luke Shaw played well today actually. So I'm not gonna like get on him because I thought he done all right today. But yeah, Harry's but with United, as you said, he doesn't play for us anyway. So it's just
more the England. Yeah, this more is the last memory. This is
his last game before the World Cup.
That's what I'm saying. So what does Gareth do?
Yeah, it's more the England stuff.
Plays him, innit? It's Gareth.
Now Gareth's gonna Gareth's gonna take him. There's no if what's about it. Gareth's gonna play him.
He has to play him.
It's made that clear to us, to everyone, really. You know what I mean? If there was any suggestion,
where did he play today? Left. What did he do? Left of the free today, yeah.
Yeah, that's where he always played.
He played left of the free, and Stones he played right to the free, and Eric played for the middle, yeah.
Yeah, Eric played in the middle, yeah. So
yeah. Good luck to Gareth if he starts. He got balls. If Gareth starts him in the World Cup, got massive balls, bro. Massive balls, bro.
Yeah, well, Gareth's gonna start him, man. I don't think it's
balls to stand by. But I think that, you know, when you do that, that's like my Jamaican friends and their parents. They used to say, "Mohammed, you can't be wrong and strong." That's when you're wrong and strong. You know, like that. You know, you stand by a decision. You know it's wrong. You're like, no, fuck that. I believe in it. So I'm standing by. I know he's shit. And I know he's playing shit. But he started.
He's starting, man. I don't think we're.
Shaz, if he starts, I'm gonna do I watch the first game? I don't know. I'll see the lineup. I don't know if I watch the first game.
We can sit and talk about it all day long, but he's starting.
But I'm hoping he don't though. I'm hoping Gareth, because obviously Gareth probably leaves in it at the end of this tournament if we do bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully anyway. Fingers crossed he leaves. Yeah. I hope for his sake, I'm just gonna try something different in it. Harry sit on the bench in it. I'm just gonna try. I have to in it. I've got to try something different. Hopefully anyway. Hopefully.
Anyway, let's hope and see what
you can't keep doing that. There's no England fan, whether you're a United fan or not, that's gonna say, yeah, Harry should start at the World Cup. You can't say that.
Yeah, I get that, but
you can't say that. Whether you're a United fan or not, you can't say Harry
experience. I hear what you're saying. I don't think anyone's gonna agree that Harry. I was talking about Harry starting. It's not an argument for anyone. I think everyone's saying that Harry should.
Everyone understands. Everyone is in agreement.
No one's disputing that side of things. It's just, we know from experience, know how stubborn Gareth is over the years with playing Sterling all the time, Kane all the. There's this group of players, that is just, to him, they're indispensable. That's to Gareth. So and then from what you've done previously over the years, from your experience with Gareth, there's nothing that suggests to me that it's going to drop Maguire. That's just what I'm saying. That's what I can see. From knowing Gareth over the years, I don't see why he's going to drop Maguire. But Maguire should be dropped 100%. Maguire probably shouldn't even get in the squad.
So, 1,000,000%.
So but also sitting debating whether Maguire. I don't think that's a debate anymore now. I think everyone's pretty much concluded that it shouldn't be playing. And same thing as United doesn't play. So thankfully, we don't have that issue anymore. So anyone else really to touch on with England? Obviously, what are you saying about Saka situation? Do you think it's time that because that's another situation to talk about. Sterling should you start to drop Sterling? And Kane, for me, you can't. He's not going to drop Kane because I said the levels is different in terms of our strikers in it. So the drop off is massive. But with the rest, I think we talked about it last time. There's not much difference. And I love Sterling, don't get me wrong, but it's just there was a massive difference when Saka came on to when he was playing. And do you think it's about time maybe he decides, okay, well, I'm going to play? Because I think he's going to play Kane. I think he's going to play Foden. I think the formation that is used the last 2 games probably what he's more likely to use in the World Cup. The question is, do you drop Sterling? And the only person on form now that you want to drop Sterling for is Saka. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
I'm not sure he drops Sterling for Saka, because what would you use to say that Saka's in more form than Sterling?
No, not form. Sorry. Okay, no, not form. What? Saka is obviously we've seen Sterling over the years. Sterling misses a lot of chances, and in terms of like Chelsea,
he scored a few goals, probably the top goal scorer.
Yeah, but he misses a lot too. I think the difference between Sterling and Saka is Sterling gets in those goal scoring chances. Saka doesn't get into those chances. He doesn't get himself in those positions enough. That's probably the difference. And then, so we wouldn't know whether if Saka gets those chances that Sterling gets, he scores more. So Sterling definitely.
That means it's not a direct comparison, right? And
but then that's who you
Gareth is probably looking at the position. Gareth is probably wanting him to get in those positions. And is probably happy if you miss him there, because in the Euros he scored the goals.
Yes, so yeah.
And we've already said that Gareth is loyal, so it's probably going to be the same situation.
No, forget.
I have nothing against Saka. Love him. I think he's a fantastic player, but I don't see anything that would make Southgate think I'm going to drop Sterling. If it's anything, he'll bring Saka in.
So get Southgate. Just whether Southgate plays someone or not. I'm just saying, it's your personal opinion. What would you do? Would you stick with the Sterlings? Forget Southgate. We talking about what Southgate would do. I think we know what Southgate is going to do. Southgate is going to start Sterling. I think it's the same situation with Maguire.
So if it was me, Saka and Sterling will both be starting.
Yeah, that's how I was being silent. I was just waiting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, both of them will be starting.
That's silent. Yeah. So who will come out of that then?
One of the
If
defenders.
you play the
4-3-3.
five, no, if you play the five, if you
Now
play
you're
the five,
forcing me to do stuff.
no,
and
but
only
you know what I'm
giving me
saying,
small
because
options.
the five formation, if you play the five, and one of them has to come out, and so it's either you play Sterling, and those three, or like Foden, because if you want to play the two, then Saka will come out, right? Because Jude and Rice will be in the middle, I'm guessing, right? I don't know where you guys fall. I'm just saying, forget that if he plays a five, right? I'm making it a bit more challenging. If he plays a five,
Yeah, give it. You're
Yeah.
giving me limitations.
It's simple
Yeah.
for me though. It's simple. It's
if he
simple.
plays a five, what's your thoughts? Would you?
Yeah, it's simple.
keep
Saka
Sterling?
don't start. It's simple.
Yeah.
Simple for me.
Okay,
Simple.
cool.
Because Sterling,
Yeah.
I don't look at Sterling any difference. I look at H. If H is indispensable, then Sterling's indispensable for me. So both positions are locked and cemented. They're not coming out the England team. They're the only ones that score our goals for us. So they're both starting. So if we're not gonna play with another winger like Ade said, because normally I would go 4-3-3 and Saka goes on the right,
Yeah.
Sterling on the left, came through the middle,
100%.
behind them all day long. But if we're not gonna do that, we're gonna go 5-3-2. Then I love Saka. No one loves Saka more than me, but he can't start. I'm not playing left wing back. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing him left wing back. I'm not wasting him out there. So he's just gonna have to come off the bench and be an impact player like Jack Grealish, him, Jack and Mason, and have to come off the bench.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Fair enough. That's cool because as you said, I think that's the difference between, and I think you know that in the head that is the fact that Gareth doesn't really care whether, obviously, of course he cares, he wants him to score more, whether he scores those chances. It's the fact that he's the only one out all our
That's
wingers
finding those
that
positions.
finds those positions, and that's probably that's why it's probably easier to pick him rather than any of the others.
Because if he could finish, if he could finish,
if Sterling could finish,
he's
a lot more lethal. I love Sterling. I love Sterling, but it's just his finishing is just not.
He's wasteful. He's wasteful.
Yeah,
His
it's not the
stats
best.
should be mental
But
with
his
the
stats are still
positions he
cold now,
finds.
though.
Yeah,
His stats
so
are
you
still
can
cold
imagine.
now.
Yeah, exactly. His stats are still good now. Yeah.
And no one
Be
can,
like
no one can
Haaland.
ever have it all. No one can ever have it all.
Yeah, no one.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah. So for who he is and what he is, bad boy player. Bad
Yeah.
boy
And I think
player.
that's what. And I
I
think
don't look at him and H as two different things. They're indispensable for me.
Okay, no, yeah. But cool. Is there anything else in terms of England? I'm trying to think. Jude comes back. Calvin comes back. You play in. If Calvin Phillips was fit,
Calvin ain't playing in the World Cup, bro.
Huh?
He
No, I'm
ain't
just going to
playing in the
ask
World
if
Cup.
all that was at the best. You going with the Rice and Jude, back to the Calvin and Rice, or Calvin and
Jude and Calvin. Jude and Rice.
Jude and Rice.
Straight up.
Have?
Jude and Iresi all day long, bro.
Yeah,
All day long.
All right, cool.
Calvin ain't playing.
And I don't think any of the position is not much to talk about, because we obviously know he doesn't favour Trent on the right hand side anyway, so there's not much to talk about in those kind of positions. And what's his name? Pope didn't do himself any favour today, to be honest.
At all, bro.
If you're trying to make a claim,
Shocking.
You can't be doing that. It's
Shocking.
shocking. I don't know what we'll do.
The only reason I'm gonna let Southgate off on this one, yeah, obviously Arsenal fan, love Aaron Ramsdale, yeah. The only reason I'm gonna let Southgate off on this is like whether he's looked at them. Remember, Ramsdale's played the previous when England played Arsenal, so he's gonna look at that and see Ramsdale for Arsenal and watch him in training and say, you know what, I know what you can do, so I'm gonna watch Pope in these two. Because Nations League game, it's not a friendly, but it's a friendly, but there's something riding on the games. So let's let Nick play in like something that feels important in it and see what he can do.
Yeah.
So not like hang himself to dry, but let me just watch him do his thing for 2 games. And Ramsey, I know what you can do. I know you're better than him with the football. And like maybe a better goalkeeper, all in all as a total package. So let me see what Nick can do. And like you said, Tom, Nick ain't covering himself in no glory whatsoever. So I don't see. I was on Twitter and I see it as, this means Nick Pope is England's number 2. I don't see it like that. I still see it as Jordan Pickford and Ramsdale 1 and 2. And then the 3 is up to Pope and Henderson.
Yeah,
so,
I like Pope anyway, but this he just didn't cover himself. My only issue with Pope in the first place, I know he can't obviously use his foot and his feet, so that's probably his biggest downfall in terms of him getting the number 2 spot. So he didn't. But you think that's just a one in how many matches? You hardly ever get that from Pope, to be honest. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, even if you know you weren't going to save it, just carve it somewhere else, but not right in the middle of you. You should know better, man. He's a great goalkeeper, and I like him. So he just didn't do himself any good at all. So I just said, if anything, I think what's cements it now is that Ramsdale will be our second choice and he's our first.
Yeah, Southgate better know that, bro. I mean, the whole nation watched the last 2 games. We know Popey ain't better than Ramsdale.
No, only on his feet though.
Massive,
I don't want us to
massive.
like go over.
But I'm not talking about just feet.
Yeah,
we can talk about
like,
fullbacks, and we can
in terms of like shot stopping
better.
and everything. I can also say in terms of shot stopping, Popey's better than him.
Yeah, I know. So I can
yeah.
ask you who's the better goalkeeper overall. So I could just ask you, don't talk about it. Just tell me who's the better goalkeeper. Who are you picking out of your goalkeeper? And you got option of Pope and Ramsdale. Who you picking?
It depends how I play football, to be honest with you. If I'm
you play football, everyone else plays football. You want to win, and you want to score more goals.
If I'm playing football, if I'm playing football like Arsenal and Pep, then obviously Ramsdale. But if I'm playing football like the Newcastle, what should I say, that Burnley? It depends, innit? Then of course Pope, 100% Pope. So it's just, I hear what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. Yes, Ramsdale was the second choice, but it depends on how you want to play football. If I don't need my keeper to pop out the back, I'm taking Poppy all day over Ramsdale. But obviously, that's not what modern day football is about, innit? So
that's what I'm saying. So I'm just asking you just a generic, who's better goalkeeper? Who you picking?
Just Ramsdale, just about Ramsdale.
Love Popey, bro. Rammers will find you 40 yards, zing, straight to your foot. That looks good to me, bro. We can turn around and score straight away. Popey's there fidgeting. Bro, pass the flipping ball, bro. What's the matter with you, bro?
Yeah, it's a shame, innit? He's probably like, I don't know when he probably got into that Burnley team. He's probably been taught like the olden way, so he probably didn't get the chance to adapt, and especially when you're playing under Sean Dyche, where you weren't needed to play the ball on your feet. So yeah, it's a shame anyway. But yeah, no worries. All right, quickly, let's just go into like before we got because we're not gonna spend much time on here. So we've got 2 big games on Sunday. I don't think ours is really a big game as much as you guys anyway, but we'll call it a big game for now.
Nah, Manchester Derby, bro. Big, man.
It's a big game. It's a big game.
We'll call it a big game.
Big game, baby. Big game.
Let's just start off with us anyway. Let's just get us out of the way, because I think we're all sure that it was, to be fair, it's a Manchester Derby, and it will be nice to see. Obviously, what's his name? Ten Hag is gone against Liverpool. Beat Liverpool. Is gone against Arsenal. Beat Arsenal. So it'll be interesting to see what he does.
At home or away?
No, we're away.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what he does against Man City, because it's a tough ask. You're facing the best team, one of the best team in the world, and definitely the best team in the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think they're going to come back. Okay, John Stones is obviously injured, so he's not going to be able to play. But they've got like 3 others.
Angie and Ruben Diaz will just start.
Diaz, they've got defenders anyway, man. So it's just fine. And yes, also with us, Sancho and Rashford better be fresh. They better be fresh because they haven't been playing any football. So we need them. Obviously, if we're going to need anyone to step up in those games, it will be both of them. But yeah, no, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to like bullshit. Expect City to beat us. But it is a derby. Anything can happen in a derby. It'll be interesting to see. I think we're still going to set up the same way we set up against the Arsenal, Liverpool, the counter-attacking football. And if anything, it is like, if you are going to go against City, that's probably you're going to beat City. That's probably the best way to beat City. But it's just whether we can hold like their attack. We know what City's like when they have the ball, and it'll be interesting to see what Haaland does against Martinez. Whether obviously the 2 centre backs, whether he just
backstick.
Whether it's just stick to the side of Martinez and just be asking them to hang it up. But City don't really play like that anyway.
They don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether Pep. Yeah, I'm not sure whether Pep will ask them to do. Pep might want.
I think we're more vulnerable at the back stick anyway. The way they're playing football, because I've said it for quite a few games that we sort of create a gap at fullback, and the way Haaland's been scoring at these back posts, it's just prime.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what he does, man. But if you ask me, then I'll expect City to win. As I said, please don't. One thing I ask for Ten Hag coming in to the United job is don't make this game embarrassing and just compete. At the moment, I know we don't have much to compete with, but just compete the best way you can with the team that you've got at the moment. Just don't make it embarrassing. Yeah, I'll take it. And if you can compete and score a few goals, whatever, then hey, I'll take it. What are you saying, Nadia?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we'll counter. I don't think Ten Hag has been there enough and spent enough time on the training ground to implement his passing game where he wants to play. So I do think we're going to revert to the counter-attacking football, which in the past has beaten City, right? It has worked against them. We've seen this season that they can be gotten at. So just give it a good go. I expect us to lose maybe 2-1, 3-1.
Cool. Yeah,
but give it a good go and we're cool. Keep going.
I'm okay with that. Cool. All right. Straight to North London. Oh, actually, Ham, you want to add anything to the derby?
No, bro. Obviously, you lost it after our game, so as long as we get the 3 points, I can put my feet up and watch you guys get battered. Bro, that's gonna make my weekend. So yeah, man. And I got a busy weekend this weekend, so I might not be able to catch the game. I'm definitely gonna watch ours. I might not be able to catch yours. So yeah, as long as I hear on the radio wherever I'm at, the update, flash score, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, Haaland, KDB. That's what I need, my fantasy points, bro. But I do want to see how the because I always want to see how new players adapt in the big games. So I do want to see how Martinez gets on, and if he starts Casemiro, how Casemiro gets on in there against Rodri, and if Anthony starts, how Anthony gets on against whoever's the fullback, whether it's going to be, and he was going to play on Cancelo's side or Walker's side. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to see how the new United players get on. To be fair.
Cool. Yeah, North London derby. I mean, like, there's no injuries in your team anyway because Odegaard played the other day, so I think it's fine now. So I'm sure you'll get back.
Yeah, we got precautions because all Tomiyasu come back early, Tierney come back early, and Partey felt his knee in the game before Garner didn't play, so precaution didn't play. So Tomiyasu, I don't know what happened to Tommy, and I think Kieran was just a head injury. So I think they're all precautions. I think they should really and truly. I think all three should be good to go. Tommy won't start anyway, but I think all three should be needed, and Kieran will start because Zinchenko's still out. So that's a big deal for us. Ideally, if we're playing Tottenham at home, I want to play our best 11, but we've got a decent 13, 14, 15 man squad this year, so should be able to cope with injuries like that.
In terms of the result, what are you thinking?
Yeah, home win, man. Nothing, like I said, bro. My shit don't change, bro. When we're playing anyone in the top 5, win your home games, take a draw away from home. And to be fair, with the Chelsea's, Uniteds, and Tottenham, we've been doing that last couple of seasons, making sure we're not getting beat at the Emirates, winning, and then picking up what we can get away from home. I think last season we lost to Tottenham, lost to you lot, but beat Chelsea away. Done the reverse, Chelsea beat us at home, we beat them away. So just make sure you get a win out of the 2 games you're playing in it against the big teams. I don't want to be playing anyone and losing twice. So
the double.
Yeah, I don't want to hear how they say the double. So yeah, like I said, we got a good record at home against Tottenham. But this is a new Tottenham side every year. It's a new team. They play a new system now. They got obviously Conte, and obviously it's just more scary, isn't it, with their firepower with Kulusevski, Richarlison, Son, Kane. So trying to keep them quiet. But it should be a good game. It's always going to be a good game against Tottenham, especially how we play football now.
Sorry, what was the last time they beat you at home?
I can't remember the last time.
So it's been that long. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, because we don't win away to them, so that's the banter I have with my mates. When it's Arsenal Tottenham, I don't really get into the banter of Arsenal Tottenham because we don't win there and they don't win here. So, and if they do one-off win and if we win there, last time we won there, I'm talking about White Hart Lane before they got the new stadium. My mind's going back to when Thomas Rosicky scored that wonder outside of the right foot, top hand corner. I think we won 1-0 that day. Okay. So yeah, I'm okay with as long as we win on Saturday. I will win, whether Saliba header comes off Jesus' bum, whatever happens, bro. Just get the 3 points, bro. Just get the 3 points. Stay on top of the table, whatever happens that weekend.
Cool. Yeah, and I've said it anyway. He's knowing Conte, he's just going there for the draw, and it's like he knows what it all depends on how good they can defend. See, I'll be honest with you, because they will get chances. I reckon I think they're a good enough team to create 1 or 2.
100%.
And it just depends on what you guys do. If their defense is good enough, they say concentrated, they've got a chance. But it all depends on the defensemen. So you know what Spurs defense are like. You saw Sanchez the other day. Yeah, so it depends on them anyway, man. What about you, Ade?
I can see a home win. So I expect Spurs to give a good account of themselves. I don't think there'll be many goals in it. Funnily enough, for some reason they both play good football and they have attacking players, but I don't see many goals in it. But I can't see anything other than a home win.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
You can't see them breaking away at with your son. Your son.
My son. I'm trying to save him. I don't want him to do too well until I bring him into my fantasy team. So he needs to show this week. Next week he can go wild.
Yeah, I can easily see them beating us. Obviously, it's not gonna. I don't want it to happen. But the way we play, we want to keep the football all the time, innit? And that leaves you vulnerable, innit? Obviously, we're gonna keep it all the way from our goalkeeper to the front line. And all it's got to take is one breakdown in a pass or a triangle for them to break through.
Yeah,
so
it could be like a little 1-0 because that's all you do, right? You need to break the press once and have that counter once, and that's
there you go.
That's it.
But for me, I wouldn't want to alter how we play football to combat what they do. I still want to impose ourselves, play how we play, which is keep the football, control the game, control the counter attacks, press, and play how we play. And if we win, we win. And if we lose, but we play the way we play, then I'll live with that anyway. Other fans might not, but I'll live with that. Let's just play the way the manager wants us to play what we've been playing all season. And it's going to lead you success the ball. You saw how we played against United, played really well, left us open at the back, lost the game 3-1. That can happen, but the better you come at those games, the better you play at those games, the better you play that way, the less likelihood of those type of results happening, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But then big teams will do that to you all the time, and then they might just get results like that. So,
I know, but you look at someone like Man City. I'm not saying on Man City, but the way we play, the similarity there, and you see Man City don't get beat like that. But they're always going to keep the football, and they're going to keep 70 to 80% of it.
Yeah,
they're going to win way more matches than they do, and they always know that we're going to be successful to the counter attack, but they're never going to stop the way they play, innit? So that's we want to a level where how do we control counter attack and whatnot, and how do we play the way we want to play without fear of every time there's a breakaway it needs to go.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I heard that. All right, cool. It'll be interesting to see anyway. Thank people for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram to our Red Divided and all the good stuff. And then we'll be back. Someone will be. I don't think
back to Premier League football.
Yeah, back to Premier League football. I was gonna say someone will be crying or smiling on Sunday, but I don't think me and Adi is really going to be crying because we're playing Man City. If we're playing someone else, but we're playing Man City. Unless
Haaland scored like a double hat trick, like he
if it's 9, then maybe.
Yeah, then if it's something ridiculous, then we don't